Hi, I'm Steve Cole from NASA. Today is Tuesday, June 15th, and I'm here in Dutch Harbor, Alaska, as NASA begins its first oceanographic research expedition, ICESCAPE. Here are some of the scientists who will be heading north into the Arctic on board the U.S. Coast Guard's research icebreaker, Healy.
My name is Kevin Arrigo, and I'm a professor of environmental earth system science at Stanford University. I'm the chief scientist aboard the Healy for the ICESCAPE mission, and what we're trying to do here today is today is day one of the cruise, so it's kind of a crazy day. We're trying to get set up. So I've been on cruises to the Antarctic before, generally with a much smaller science team. This is a pretty large science team, 50 scientists, and so it's a lot more complicated than you would normally find in an expedition of this kind. And I've never been in the Arctic before, so I'm actually looking forward to seeing that for the first time.
I'm Don Perovich. I work at the Cold Regions Research and Engineering Laboratory in Hanover, New Hampshire. And there I'm a research geophysicist. And what I study is sea ice. So over the years I've been on a lot of these cruises. I've probably spent a year and a half of my life on different icebreaker cruises. And they're all the same in some ways, and they're all different in other ways. And what's really different for me in this cruise, it's the first time I've been out with a large group of biologists and biogeochemists. If you go downstairs into the lab, it looks like something out of a science fiction movie. There's pipes and tubes and bottles and things that whirl around, and it's all this expensive equipment. And what we use for the ice is we drill holes, we measure thickness. So it's really exciting to be able to work with that group because you learn a lot.
My name is Karen Fry. I'm an assistant professor at Clark University in the Graduate School of Geography. And on board, I'm here as a sea ice biogeochemist. My team specifically is here to get out on the sea ice. So I'm particularly anxious about the current sea ice conditions and how far north we're going to have to chase the ice. It looks like we'll have several chances to get on the ice. But what's different about this cruise in the past is that this is the latest I've actually ever been out here in this region. This is my fourth time on the Healy, but I've been on board in March, April, May, and early June, but I've never been out here in June or July. So the sea ice conditions will actually be much different than what I'm used to. Much of the snow will be gone. There will be lots of melt ponds on the surface of the sea ice as well.
The Healy left Dutch this morning at about 8 o'clock, heading toward the Bering Strait. It's going to be at sea for 5 weeks. You can follow the voyage on NASA's website. Check it out.